I'm Leroy. I'm Elena. And welcome to our show. From the studio that made Tolkien relevant again, here is the Leroy and Elena Show, starring Leroy Jones and Elena Lopez.
Hi everybody, it's Leroy and Elena, and we're here to give you the review. Why didn't you do it on May Day? Because it's a national holiday. All right, because on this day in 2016, Jon Snow returned to life. Yep, and that's why we're calling it Jon Snow Day. So, happy Jon Snow Day, everybody! Yes! And we all knew nothing. Okay, so you may have tuned in to Tea and Tolkien Thursdays, and you found out that was one heck of a wild weekend. On Thursday, they did Endgame, and and then on Sunday, we did what was called Game of Thrones. And here to help us out with that is our friend Ryan Stark! Woo! Hey guys, thanks for the intro. So Ryan, quick, what is your honest opinion about Avengers Endgame? Oh, it's so worth it. It's so worth watching. I mean, look at this. It is worth just sitting there, and you gotta see this thing to the end. And it's worth watching. It's so exciting, and you will cheer, and then you'll laugh, and you will burst into tears. And by the time the final scene plays, you will cry. But then, of course, at the end, you'll cheer because guess what? The Marvel Cinematic Universe hasn't ended yet. Not when there's so many more stories to tell. And yes, I was especially disappointed when I saw Loki just back up to his old tricks. Loki! Yeah. Hey, Loki, my phone! Oh, now we're using his name as a verb? Yeah, at least it's better than being stabbed. Like what Loki did to Thor when they were kids, when he was crawling around with the snake, and then then Thor picked up the snake and goes, "Oh, it's so cute," and blah, it's me, stab! That would be so embarrassing. Blah, it's me, stab! Of course, though, I did see one of those memes where there's a picture of Thor saying, "Hey, is that Loki?" And then to the butterfly, and then the butterfly says, "Stab!" It's like, oh, it is. And I mean, Thor's probably so used to being stabbed by Loki that it didn't even faze him. Yep, and I'm just glad that Endgame is over, and now we can go on to other things, because Thanos has no place in the new version of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the bad parts of Game of Thrones. First, it was too freaking dark to see anything. Like, what's going on here? What's going on? Too dark! Too dark! You know, it may have been better if we saw this one in theaters. Like, that would have been so much better. But still, too dark! Yeah, and then next thing you know, you saw the Dothraki, and they were cheering. Not realizing that they were going to go into their final battle. And then they just, I'm just sick of the Night King. I wanted him to die. And I was half expecting somebody to come in and punch him in the face. But he didn't get punched in the face. Even though if Captain Marvel showed up, she probably would have gone for a Night King and punched him in the face. Yes! Anything was better than not being able to see what's going on. Yep, but unfortunately, we also decided to barricade our house against rioters. But the problem was, nobody really rioted. That's funny. Well, we did see a lot of dads, even though we didn't like dads. First of all, yeah, unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to Friendzone Jorah. That guy who spent his whole life in the friend zone. Yep. He also was unfriended at one point. Because, yeah. And then next thing you know, he gave up his life for Daenerys. And that was just too sad. Yeah, way too sad. And then not only that, well, Lyanna Mormont. Why did she have to go? Well, she went out like a boss. Well, she came into the show like a boss, and that's how she went. Like a boss. You mean like a boss? A boss? No, like a boss. And then next thing, she killed a giant and made it go bye-bye. And then next, Beric Dondarrion dies too. And then a Condre returns because she had to make sure that Arya knew her part. And of course, it's harkened back to what she told Arya back in the 3rd season. She said, and we quote, "I see a darkness in you, and I see eyes, brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes. Eyes you'll shut forever." Anyway, well, we've seen a lot of brown-eyed people's eyes being forced to shut forever. And then we see some blue-eyed people. Yeah, the brown-eyed people stood for the phrase. And then all their eyes were shut forever. And then the blue eye stood for the Night's King and his army. Yep, and then now their eyes are shut forever. And if we keep following the pattern, though, guess whose eyes will be shut forever? The next person on the list whose eyes will be shut forever will be Cersei's. Yep, that's it. Cersei has got to go. Yeah, she's got to go now. I mean, the big battle for winter is over. Yeah, it was the episode was called The Long Night, and it was pretty dark. Yeah, and then of course, Tyrion, however, was just no help. But we gotta give props to Sansa for telling them that he was the best of them. But Tyrion still lived. Yeah, we were pretty sure that Jaime lived. And but then of course, at the end though, Theon is finally forgiven and dies like a Stark. I mean, he wasn't exactly a Greyjoy. Well, it's just like what Yondu told Peter Quill at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2. What? What is it? He may have been your father, but he wasn't your daddy. Yeah, Balon Greyjoy may have been Theon's father, but he will never be Theon's daddy. Yeah, that would be Ned Stark. Well, guess what? Theon did not back down, even when surrounded by monsters. And then he dies. And then, of course, though, Jon and Daenerys try their best to beat down Night's King. Yeah, and the Night's King almost kills them. But at the end, though, Arya came through by letting out a "Here I Comes" yell. And then the Night's King catches her. Because at this point, he's dangerously close to Bran. And Bran is about to die. Because it was his time. And yet, though, at the end of the story, Arya takes a flying leap. And tries to kill Night's King. He grabs her, picks her up, which was his dumbest mistake yet. And then she dropped the knife out of her left hand, catches it with her right hand, and then stabs the Night's King. Yes! I we're pretty sure that the show was setting her up. And for those who said that Jon Snow should have been a hero, he was. He was staring down an undead dragon. Arya probably would have wanted to help fight the undead dragon, the undead Viserion. But then Jon, of course, just like when Jon shouted for Daenerys to flee when she was rescuing them from the monsters, he shouts to Arya, "Go now, go!" which sent her straight to Bran. Yeah, and she kills the Night King. And when the Night King died, so did all his minions. Wow. And then all his minions died along with him. Which is too bad because now, yep, there's one more battle. Darn, I really wish they probably would have done it like Lord of the Rings. Yeah, like when they went up to the ghost soldiers and say, "Look, we need you to come fight for us." Like, why should we? And then Aragorn raises his sword up. I mean, man, see, you gotta remember one thing. What? George R.R. Martin is a fan of J.R. Tolkien. Well, we never get enough of hearing you say that. No. But then, he would be a fan of J.R. Tolkien. He is a fan of J.R. Tolkien. And he's probably going to do what they did in Lord of the Rings. And, wow. Yeah, here's the part where Aragorn says, "If you fight for me, I will hold your oaths fulfilled and you can go home." Yes. He's like, "Look, if you fight my battle for me, if you help me fight this battle, I will release you from this living death." Because they ain't dead, but they wasn't living. I mean, they were dead, but it's not exactly, they were alive, but they weren't living. Yeah, that's what the Night King did to those other people that he killed. They were dead, but they weren't exactly dead, and they weren't exactly living either. And that's no way to live. And then, so, hopefully, this time, well, they are going to have to inform everybody that, well, Yara's going to have to find out that Theon died. But then they will tell her that Theon died a hero. He helped save Bran from death. And we're not sure how she's going to react to them. I mean, she is probably going to be torn about Theon's death. But keep in mind, Theon chose this. He could have stayed with Yara, but he was more in tune with the Starks than he was with the Greyjoys. Exactly. So he freed himself from the evil Ramsay. And then he freed himself from his own doubts and fears. And now, well, he's freed himself again to go fight for the Starks and ultimately die for the Starks. But that's okay. But still, let's focus on the fact that Cersei, she may not know. Her time is up. Yes, yeah, how about we do the new hashtag? Hashtag, time's up, Cersei. Yep, time's up, Cersei. You have been ruining way too many lives. Because you and Jaime just couldn't keep your hands off each other. Ugh! But don't worry. She'll pay for it. Yeah, we're now on the official Cersei Death Watch. Yes. And we're pretty sure we're going to predict that she dies in the next episode. And if not, next week's, the week after next episode. But we don't care. Cersei needs to go. Yes. It's time for her to die so that Jon will take over the kingdom. And then, Daenerys doesn't touch the throne though. Wait. They both got a claim on the throne. And then the people on the north are probably going to demand that Jon and Daenerys marry. Yep, because that's like the next logical step for them. The next step is marriage for both of them. I mean, he likes her, she likes him. Yet the people of the north are going to be like, y'all both got a claim on the... Wait, he's got a claim on the throne, and you got a claim on the throne. Yeah, and then of course, they're going to have to marry. And that's it. They have to marry. So, cute, big wedding. Hopefully nobody dies. Yep, we've had enough deaths at a wedding. Yeah, we've had enough of those. Yeah, no more wedding deaths. Ever. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we finally lifted the ban on the song White Wedding. Finally. So now it's safe for you guys to play that Billy Idol song. It's a nice day for a white wedding. So now they're going to call it the White Wedding. Yep. Maybe we should call it Game of Thrones, the White Wedding Edition. It's a nice day for a white wedding. Yep. So now that band's been lifted, what are we doing next? Well, all we can do is pray and hope for the best. And prepare for Cersei to go away. Yes. Yeah, and it's alright. Will you be joining us for when we review Avengers Endgame? Heck yeah! Did you see the movie? Heck yeah, I did! I mean, come on. If you ain't watched Avengers Endgame yet, what are you waiting for? Us to review it? Waiting for us to review it, it's too late. Because we would have spoiled it for you. So, okay, now before we end there, we need to talk something else. What? The prophecy. The prophecy? The one where Maggie the Frog told Cersei, hey, Leroy, you remember when we helped do that review on Game of Thrones? Yeah. Game of Thrones Season 6? Yeah, where it began, where Cersei and her friend were walking and a witch, and they met a witch, and then the witch told Cersei that she says, my dad told me I'm going to marry Prince Rhaegar. When would we marry? He's like, nope, you ain't marrying the prince, you're going to marry the king. And then she assumed that she was going to marry Rhaegar once he became king. Yeah, and you know what they say about assumptions. Yeah. So, and she's like, how many kids will the king and I have? And then the witch said, 20 for him, 3 for you. Gold their crowns and gold their shrouds. So she has 3 questions, but she got 4 answers. And he's like, so when will I be queen? And then she's like, you'll be queen for a while until somebody comes and she's younger and more beautiful to cast you down and take all that you hold dear. Wow. So Cersei is cursed. Yep, she is cursed with this knowledge that there will be a younger, more beautiful woman who will show up and take Cersei down and destroy all she held dear. Wow. First she thought it was Marjorie, because she took 2 of Cersei's kids. Yep. And of course Cersei was thoroughly humiliated. Yeah. Don't forget the shame walk. Don't forget the shame walk. Yeah. She had to do that shame walk. Where the nuns walked behind her and shouted, shame, 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 shame. Yep, she was shamed and humiliated. Yep. Oh, so that was the 6th season? Yep, and the next thing you know, of course, Next thing you know, Cersei got revenge by blowing up the church. Ah! I remember that. Wow, she blew up the church? I know. Which was so sad. Yep, and then Tommen jumped to his death. Literally. Ah! Wow. We have told... Yep, Joffrey and Marcella were poisoned to death. Well, Joffrey kind of deserved his death because he was a jerk. But then Marcella was kissed by the snake lady. Ugh! That's right, kids. Never kiss a snake because you will die. Oh, and so never kiss. And then next thing you know, Tommen jumped off. He jumped out the window and killed himself. Which is a tragedy. A complete tragedy. Because, come on. Tommen would have been a great king. Yeah, had Cersei not interfered with his king duties. She murders a lot of people. Yeah, what she did though, killed a lot of people. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that Cersei's next act will be to blow up King's Landing. And literally blow it up. Yep, and then of course we had that vision at the end of the second season of Daenerys walking through the Red Keep and seeing, and it was all blown out. So Cersei would definitely go crazy and try to blow up the Red Keep. But we're pretty sure that Jaime will not do the deed of killing Cersei. Nah. Jaime kind of got away from Cersei. Yeah, once he got away from her, he started becoming a better person. So he became a better man. Yeah, he became a better man once he got away from Cersei. And then, of course, what? Well, actually, now that Jaime is like, well, I'm kind of worried though for Jaime and Tyrion. Why? Because Cersei gave Bronn that crossbow and told him to go kill Jaime and Tyrion. Yes, let's not forget about that. I hope Bronn doesn't go through with the job because, look, remember when we said, remember we said a couple of reviews ago, what? You put Bronn with a character and they click. Yeah, we've had Bronn and Tyrion click. And then we had Bronn and Jaime, and Bronn and Pod, and Bronn and Tyene. They all click. Yeah, but we've never seen Bronn and Cersei on screen. Well, the story about that will be up for another discussion, but it's not a very happy one. Since when is anything happy these days? Okay, so, here's the thing. What? Now that the Night's King is gone, what predictions would you like to see next? George R. Martin finally finishing that freaking book so we can read it. Yeah, and not get his head eaten off like what happened to him in that Sharknado movie. I know. It was really weird. Yeah, just watching him die in that Sharknado movie, that was kind of creepy. That was kind of scary. Like, yeah, like what Sharknado movie? Hey, he wanted to do. They asked him if he wanted to be in a Sharknado movie, and he said he wanted to be in a Sharknado movie. So he kind of wanted to do the Sharknado movie, and then next thing you know, he was. There was a three-headed shark that symbolized the three-headed dragon. And then he was sitting next to a bride who was draped in blood. Oh no, the bloody wedding! And then she screams, and then he's like, Then a shark came out of nowhere and ripped his head off. Ah! Ah! Why would they do that? Ah! He dies in Sharknado? That is weird. I know. Yeah. So where was that? Now, that one was called Sharknado. Oh, heck no! Yeah, right. Oh, heck no! I don't think so. Sharknadoes. Those things must not exist. Yeah. So remember, kids, anytime somebody told you that your idea is dumb, remember, somebody said, hey, let's make a movie about sharks getting sucked up into tornadoes. Yeah. Which goes to show you that no idea is too dumb to be put into a movie. Yes. Yeah. Well, to write a... Wait, what are you talking about? Okay, I'm just waiting for Jaquel to write a story about how the Avengers have to deal with a Sharknado. That would be funny. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to write a story about the Avengers versus a Sharknado. A Sharknado? Yeah, because, Sharknadoes, sharks and tornadoes, that would be pretty weird. Yeah. So how are they gonna fight the sharks if they're in a Sharknado? Well, maybe Iron Man come blow them all up. Yeah, but what if some sharks reach the ground? Captain America could flood them with the shield. Okay. And, well, we could have Black Widow and Hawkeye shoot them out. And then since we get Professor Hulk, Professor Hulk. Yes, we finally get Professor Hulk. And he can probably do some research into Sharknadoes and figure out a way to stop them. Yay! And then all the other Avengers will try and find a way to and blow them up. Yay! Ooh! And, so now great, so we have the Avengers, the Sharknadoes. Oh no! No more Sharknadoes! Yep. And then you're like, oh heck no! Oh heck no! I am not here to be trapped up by no Sharknado. But don't worry. There are more. Yep. That's why to keep the Avengers relevant by using fan fiction to make them deal with other disasters such as Sharknadoes. Don't worry, we make it so that they win. Yeah, and then we blame the whole thing on Thanos like we usually do. Only this time it won't be Thanos' fault. Good, because there is no Thanos in these stories. No more Thanos! Yeah, unless, though, they find out from Loki what Thanos did to him. Yeah, and whatever Thanos did to him can pretty much be classified as R-rated. Yeah, and the next year now, take that, you jerk! And that, and have some of these! Yeah, let's beat up Thanos! Okay, when did we go from Game of Thrones to beating up Thanos for causing a Sharknado? Well, and that is where we're going to have to stop. So, thank you all for tuning into this broadcast. Special thanks to our friend Ryan for helping us review. Yep, and the cast of Tea and Tokens, as always, for joining us and giving out their insights into the exciting world of Nope, we don't want no Sharknadoes. Yeah, the ever exciting world of Nope. So, folks, tune in next week or whenever to get our reviews. Yep, we will give out a spoiler-free review of Avengers Endgame, which we'll probably do in a few minutes. And then we will, this weekend we will give out an exclusive review of Avengers Endgame. with all spoilers attached. So, yes, we will see you later. Yep, goodbye, 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 and meow. Meow.